Hello, this is Michelle Burai, and this is my presentation on the Apollo root cause analysis for PRM 613 Project Integration and Quality Management.
Hi, Michelle. I think overall you did a really good job explaining everything. I liked how I struggle sometimes with how clear I speak, and I feel like I have a lot of tone variation and I use filler words. I thought you did a very good job not using filler words, staying consistent. I feel like this would be a professional presentation that I would see if I was at work and somebody was very skilled at speaking. So, very good job, and I enjoyed your analysis and overview of the Apollo root cause analysis. I had an idea, but I feel a lot more educated on the subject. Thank you.
The items that will be covered in this presentation will be a description of the Apollo root cause analysis, the purpose of the analysis, how it relates to the PMBOK, some experts in the field, a project scenario, inputs and outputs of the tool, as well as an evaluation. The Apollo root cause analysis is a much deeper dive than a traditional root cause analysis. This tool utilizes 4 steps that include: number 1, defining the issue or the problem, finding the causal relationships, identifying the solutions that will work, and implement and track the decided upon solutions. The phases are actually referred to as tools in the Apollo method. The first phase is to define the problem, which according to Gano does not happen like it should. The problem definition phase should include 4 main elements, and they are: first, ask what is the problem. The effect of a consequence is the what of any problem, and the effect is what should not reoccur. Next, ask when did this happen. The when is equal to the relative time of the primary effect, which was identified in the first element, the what. It could be the time of day or some point in a sequence of causes. The next element is asking where did it happen. That can be a physical location, it can be a position relative to something else. The where of the problem is the relative location of the primary effect. The last element you need to ask is what is the significance of the problem? And that is equal to the relative value that the primary effect has on a person or on the organization. The significance answers the question, why are we working and spending time on this issue? If you use these 4 elements and put them all together, that will provide a clear view of the problem. Significance is probably the most important element in defining the problem, and it has a huge impact on the ability to effectively and efficiently solve the problem. Defining the significance right away will allow you to prioritize the need to work on the problem, as well as the causes to pursue and the solutions that you can control. Phase 2 is creating the Apollo cause and effect chart, and that also has 4 steps. And the steps include, again, ask why for each primary effect. List all of the primary effects and attack each one separately while you're looking for connecting causes. This step presents all of the perspectives, and it's meant to capture all causes in a manner that makes sense to you. When the chart is finished, there will be only one primary effect, and if causes are left over, they are most likely part of a different problem. Step 2 is to look for causes and actions and conditions. You'll need to list all the causes and go back through the cause and effect chart to look for branches. Ask what conditions had to be in place for the action to cause the effect, and for each conditional cause, there does need to be a corresponding action cause. Generally, you will have several conditional causes and one action cause in each elemental causal set. Both actions and associated conditional causes need to be included in the chart in order to provide effective solutions. This chart shows some conditional causes, and if you look at each action cause in the timeline, some elemental causal sets are created and eventually come together for a complete cause and effect chart. Each elemental causal set helps to understand the problem as well as increases the number of causes, each of which may provide an opportunity to prevent the problem in the future. And step 3 is to connect all the causes with the words caused by. Understanding the causes that lie in the past is essential when starting with an effect that we do not want to reoccur. The caused by phrase helps to cut down on unnecessary analysis. The next step is to support all causes with evidence or use a question mark. Incorporating evidence is a unique and critical part of the Apollo problem-solving method. The cause and effect chart should document each known cause and the evidence that goes with it. You'll begin to add evidence to each cause, and in the Apollo method, evidence is written below the cause box. The best way to create a Apollo cause and effect chart is to do it with a team. It can be created by one person, but the team environment allows the sharing of everyone's realities to create a common reality. Phase 3, identifying effective solutions, is another important part of the method. Solutions should be specific actions. They should not include such things as review, analyze, or investigate. Instead of using review, analyze, or investigate, say you don't know and use mitigating solutions until you can investigate further. If the Apollo chart shows the causes are unique and reoccurrence is not likely, the solution may be to do nothing. The final phase, implementing the best solutions, will help organizations to keep from repeating unwanted events and instead focus on prevention. Implementing the best solution fosters a dedication to continuous improvement, and the Apollo cause and effect chart makes documenting and sharing the realities easier. The Apollo tools are simple to use, however, are in conflict with what is normally done of telling stories and communicating categorically. The advantages of the method are that it is simple to use and anyone can do it, and one disadvantage is that it does require a new way of thinking and takes some training. The main purpose of this tool is to have the ability to problem solve more efficiently, effectively, and faster at any given time. The Apollo root cause analysis methodology will help you produce a chart which will show the known causes of the issue and how they are all interrelated. All the causal relationships are shown and can be viewed by all stakeholders, which creates great buy-in and confidence that the issue is being addressed and solved effectively and efficiently. The PMBOK does not specifically call out the Apollo root cause analysis. However, it does refer to what root cause analysis in section 8.2.2.3 and 4.4.2.2 and states that they are used in process analysis as well as in analytical techniques. The analysis is used to help monitor and control projects, forecast some potential outcomes based on several possible variations and variables. Root cause analysis is also used to identify problems, underlying causes of the problems, and create actions to prevent the problem from happening again. Dean Gano is the resident expert in the Apollo root cause analysis. He has 33 years experience and he is dedicated to helping people become excellent event-based problem solvers by using highly effective tools such as books or software on the Apollo root cause analysis. Dean has participated in a lot of investigations and studied the problem-solving process through consulting and teaching his unique version of the root cause analysis. Dr. Milton Rhodes says the Apollo root cause analysis, as detailed by Dean Gano, is conceptual with easy-to-understand procedures that can be used in many different fields. The first step in implementing the root cause analysis is to define the problem. You can see here that what the problem is, where and when it happened, and how much time and money the problem is costing. This scenario is that a machine in a manufacturing plant keeps failing and needs to be shut down. Using the Apollo root cause analysis, the third step is to figure out the causes and solutions. In this example, the water pressure was too low due to a blockage, and each cause was identified along with a solution, an owner, and a date. Steps 4 and 5 include identifying the team members responsible and their contact information, as well as any notes on the progress of the analysis. You can see here that all team members, including their email address and their title, along with the status checks in the notes. Step 6 will include any references you have, such as a photo. In this scenario, there are photos and a development plan. The last step is the root cause analysis chart, which includes the conditions, the root causes, and the actions to prevent recurrence. When using the Apollo root cause analysis, you need to define the problem. Next, causes and solutions need to be created in the form of actions and conditions. Solutions require an action that acts on a cause so that the effect of the consequences does what we want it to do. A good example is a fire. The goal is to prevent the fire, and then we want to look at what caused the fire and identify an action that will keep it from reoccurring. In order to do this and come up with effective solutions, the causal relationships need to be identified. And again, the phases 1 through 4 in the Apollo root cause analysis are considered the tools. The outputs of the root cause analysis include a chart that shows all points of view and works together with the perspectives of every stakeholder and provides structure and form to problem solving. The output creates a common reality and creates clear causal relationships between the problem and the defined solution and leaves no question that the problem is being addressed. The Apollo method is effective solutions, what math is to accounting. The Apollo tools are simple to use, however, are in conflict with what is normally done. And the advantages of the method are, again, that it is simple to use and anyone can do it. One disadvantage is that it does require a new way of thinking and takes some intensive training to become an effective user of the method. The Apollo method is a very effective problem-solving method. It supports an environment of continuous improvement and will save time and money while effectively solving problems. And again, I mentioned that the disadvantages include the intensive training it's required in order to implement the method. It does need a new way of thinking. And Gano states that history shows that even though students do go through the training, as soon as they leave the classroom, they often go back to their old ineffective habits of problem solving. So it does take quite a bit of training in order to get the new way of thinking down. Some alternative tools are the fishbone diagram is a good brainstorming tool. You could use it as an alternative tool, however, it is not good at identifying causal relationships and it is not a cause and effect chart. With the fishbone, it is sometimes difficult to get agreement on the root cause, however, sometimes it seems to provide the desired result. Categorization schemes are another alternative tool, and they've been around for a very long time, have been very popular, however, very ineffective. And the fill out the form method seems to be the most common. However, this method fails to provide any analysis, and recurrence of the issue or problem is around 75% of the time. The other root cause analysis that are being explored are the fault tree analysis and reliability block diagram. The fault tree analysis is a top-down technique that progresses from the unwanted event to identifying the causal factors of that event. It also identifies the root causes of the unwanted event and the causal relationships that help the organization understand how things fail. The reliability block diagram is a logical representation that shows the combinations of component failures that cause system failure or combinations of components that are functioning adequately to keep the system functioning. Both the fault tree analysis and the reliability block diagram did not dwell on external factors but provided more insights about fundamental issues, which is something that the Apollo method does not do. The Apollo root cause analysis method is very effective because it naturally works with all points of view and is principle based. The average organization is not very good at problem solving, and the effectiveness of problem solving ranges around 30% of effective. The Apollo method can be used by everyone and is a structured approach. Again, it minimizes the storytelling and it creates a common reality while encouraging a questioning attitude. Repeat problems are very common, and we actually develop trending programs to measure them, but we fail to see the contradiction that shows. The Apollo root cause analysis will help to eliminate recurring issues by identifying all solutions and giving you a definite result when the problem is solved. The Apollo root cause analysis method will save time and cost with the ability to improve quality systems.
Hey Michelle, this is Mohammed. I was going through your presentation. I think you did a really, really good job. Apollo root cause analysis tool is not something that I'm familiar with. So for people like me, I think your presentation was structured in such a way that I can, it's more like getting started. I was able to exactly follow your presentation, your slides, and your audio presentation, knowing exactly what is a Apollo root cause analysis tool or what it does. So one of the things that when I was going through it, that really rings a bell to me, that really tells me what it does and what it actually is the description where you indicated the four stage processes, which is the non-trad and stakeholder input. So that was really good because looking at it for me, it basically, I mean, define the problem, determine the causal relationship, and identify the effect solution up till the point where you implement and track the solution. I think that was I can relate that to PIMBAC, like you indicated, how you know start projects from implementation to actually closing and all. So I think overall you did a great job. I like the tool, and although I'm not familiar with it, but you put me in the picture, which is good. Great job. Thank you.